It's a welcome step. I think all of us would agree on it. Thank you so much, Sanjay Hegde, for joining us. Advocate Atul Jain is also joining us. Mr. Jain, how would you like to weigh in on that? Yes, it is a welcome step. Is it adequate?
Absolutely, it's a welcome step, and absolutely it's adequate. Let me just tell you, pursuant to the 2009 resolution also, that was also of the Supreme Court only, all the sitting Supreme Court judges, they were supposed to disclose their assets to the Chief Justice of India. That was mandatory till today also. But now onwards, by the resolution passed on 1st of April 25, it has been mandated for all the sitting Supreme Court judges to publish the details on the website also. Up till now, it was mandatory only to disclose to the CJI, and publication on the website was discretionary only. But now onwards, all the Supreme Court judges, they'll have to mandatorily disclose them on the website. And yes, when this fiasco of the sitting High Court judge of Delhi has come into light, and probably public trust in the judiciary has eradicated to some extent, it becomes very important to the top judges to come forward and say, see, my single penny is there on the website for the entire world to see. There is no hanky-panky, nothing at all. So absolutely this step is going to restore the public trust in judiciary once again.
Okay.
We should not forget, today also when on roads there are, these road rage and whatever you call them, people say that mujhe court mein dekh lunga, I'll see you in court. So that kind of trust, despite there being government, there being police and everything, people still have that trust of going to the courts and getting relief and justice from the court.
So courts being infallible, that is the trust which was there. If it has been corroded, these are steps which are being taken to ensure that hopefully it is going to return. Thank you so much for joining us, Advocate Atul Jain. We also have Advocate Swapnil Kothari who is joining us. Mr. Kothari, how would you like to weigh in? As I asked even Advocate Atul Jain, do you think this is going to ensure that the public trust deficit is going to be answered? Or do you think this is just a baby step? Lots more needs to be done.
I think this is a good step, Meghna, and there is no doubt that the Supreme Court judges, once they start declaring their assets, it resuscitates some sort of a faith back into the judicial system. That one step, which was something long since asked for, has now been taken into account, has been initiated, and 30 judges have already started declaring their assets or have already done so. So which is a good step, and the judges have realized the gravity of the situation. But this should not in any way detract from the fact that the inquiry committee report should be conclusive as to the nature of the offence if it is so found with Justice Verma, and appropriate action apart from the transfer. Transfer is a part of administrative law. What the administrative law says.
But Swapnil Kothari, many people who are sitting out there in the Janta, they are sitting and thinking it's not just about the declared assets, isn't it? This was a case of undeclared assets.
Well, Meghna, nobody is going to declare or undeclared assets, and that's exactly where the point comes into the picture that, if there are undeclared assets, then that is something. See, these are the declared assets, so we know that. And then suddenly, if you notice, if some wad of cash or bundles of cash are found in that particular judge's house, say, for example, 3 months from henceforth in the house of the judge who has already declared his assets, and you suddenly find that there is an undeclared, wads of cash, or his lifestyle is suddenly, very, very high compared to his income, then obviously we will come to know that, yes, this is what you declared as your assets. Aapke paas koi puchta nahi, paise to hai nahi, meaning you don't have some familial wealth of running into crores of rupees. So then obviously, let's investigate you. It's as simple as that. So it will become much easier then. The task becomes easy.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. But this in no way should detract from the fact, as I keep repeating, that Justice Verma, which is an administrative law part that you transferred him, that he should not be there in the place in which he has been caught. Fine, fair enough. That transfer is there, but obviously you withdraw all the judicial work from him. There is no question about it. You must. And not only that, but in as much as it sounds that there is presumption of guilt, which is contrary to the presumption of innocence, but at least not many lawyers would want to take a chance.
Well, the probe is on. We are not going to preempt what's going to come out of that. But yes, Swapnil Kothari, you've made a very relevant point that it is a very significant step. At least we know about the declared assets. And once it's made public on the Supreme Court website, hopefully the faith in the judiciary is going to be reinstilled as well, despite this case which had come to light. Thank you so much for joining us.